Welcome back then. The markets, in fact, there's a bit of a pullback from the low point of the day. Sun Pharma is moving higher. Hindalco has cut its losses. And a couple of other stocks, UPL and Bajaj Auto, both of them have moved to the high point of the day. I remember earlier today that, Ashwini was telling us that maybe, in fact, some of these metal stocks will recover from the low point of the day because they've seen a very, very sharp correction. The metal index on the whole should come up for you. That, in fact, has bounced back from the day's low. And even JSW Steel, that was down more than 2%. That as well has recovered. So good going. So on that note, talking about commodities and metal stocks, we have Manisha Gupta who joins us in the studio. Manisha, over to you.
Thank you so much for that, Nigel. Well, yes, we have seen a bit of a recovery in metals, but not so much. And this year clearly is closing negative for all of those metals there. The last month or so actually has been even worse when you look at the price movement for many of them. So today, copper on your screens, 0.5% down. That's a one-week lows continuing for that one. We also have seen sharp declines for nickel and zinc prices on Shanghai, LME, and of course the Indian markets as well. It really has been about the Chinese yuan declining versus the US dollar for a second straight session today. And it also has been about the kind of statements that we have seen post G20 coming from China and US, which clearly don't match because US clearly says that it is going to be either a real deal or no deal with China. And this is even as the 90-day truce period is on, between which there would be no additional tariffs. But there is a lot of uncertainty right now. The shipments haven't yet started. Whether there is going to be a repayment on the kind of tariffs that are being charged right now. So there is a lot of uncertainty, not too much of a clarity. And that is the reason you have seen the metal prices decline quite sharply yet again in the trade today. But to help you make strategies, we are now joined by Dharmesh Bhatia of NB Emirates. Dharmesh, hi, thank you so much for joining us. What is your sense when you look at the metal prices? We, of course, are looking at the macros and the micros here. It's going to be about the US Fed meeting in December. It also is perhaps about the kind of currency play, the equity sell-off that we have seen that seems to be weighing onto the metal prices. What direction do you see metals move in for the near term and perhaps a more intermediate term?
Hi, Manisha. Definitely the base metal has shown some kind of negativity after the news. But still, I'm bearish on the base metal. The main reason is dollar. I'm very bullish on the dollar index. If you have noticed, the price almost holding at 97. The trade war which is going on is actually ongoing on, and I don't think so there is some kind of a news which will settle the price. For short volatility, you can see the COMEX price of copper is trading around 280 to 260 level. In domestic market with rupee depreciating, you can see the price around holding around 430. But I'm expecting the price to head towards 420 to 410. Yearly sell-off will be seen. Already we have seen the equity side, commodities, only 4 commodities in the whole commodity basket. One is natural gas, wheat, second is palladium. The 3 products are actually holding positive for the YTD, but rest everything is negative. Crude is also holding a negative zone, so I don't think so base metal will perform in a higher level. With dollar going stronger, it's weaker on higher side.
So, Dharmesh, what is your sense? Because even as we are looking at 10 to 12% decline for copper, for nickel, aluminum, etc., it is zinc and lead which seem to be closing this year more than 20% on the weaker side. How much of a downside then are you anticipating in percentage terms, even if not so, sure, even a vague number that you would want to put out?
I would punt on copper also. Copper, I'm expecting that 2019 also is not a good sign. The economy is slowing down, so you can expect the price to be down by like 7 to 9% from the current level for YTD 2019 also. So short term, still sell on rise strategy, and I'm very bullish on dollar, so you can expect the dollar rise to like 100, 102 level in coming weeks.
Okay, all right. Thanks so much for that, Manisha, as well as Dharmesh. Well, there's a bit of a recovery that we're seeing on the Nifty. We've recovered 25 points on the low point of the day. I was just looking at the Dow futures, and that's recovered. At the start of today, it was indicating a cut of around 350 points. Now it's indicating a 250-point negative start to trading session. So there's a bit of a recovery on Dow futures, and that could be the reason why, in fact, we are seeing a bit of recovery as well. But on to a quick programming note then. In our special series, The Wizards of Dalal Street, Ramesh Damani speaks to Manish Bhandari, CEO of Valum Capital, and Tahir Badshah, CIO of Invesco Capital. Catch that very special conversation later this evening at 5:30 p.m. only on CNBC TV 18.